Hi, I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I was actually also born in New Zealand, so anyway, I'm a native, you could say, to New Zealand, and Aotearoa is the Māori term for that. So my heritage is not only Māori, but it goes back to the Irish, where my great-great-great-grandfather, might be one more great actually, is Irish. So, and then from there, there's a long story to that, but we end up going right back to the Vikings. So it's kind of really an interesting story, as with most people's heritage. So anyway, I'm wanting to let you know that I'm doing these readings, and they're astrological readings, following along the star signs basically. So what we will be covering, like Spirit and I, when I talk about Spirit, it's not only my guides, but I connect them with the angels. I also connect them with multi-dimensional energies. So and I do have some videos out already with working with some of my multi-dimensional guides, so you can hop on my YouTube page and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But today I'm going to be doing the second series that I've done in the astrological star sign reading. So for October, gosh, this year's gone really, really fast. So we're going to get underway soon, and let me see, I think there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I'm so excited as I get when I'm doing this. Typical Gemini, and I'm not going to start with Gemini today, so I'm going to start with Aries today. But with me, yeah, like I say, I work with all these different energies, and I love working with crystals. And Jesus Christ, you know, he's my main man, is with Archangel Michael. He's my other main man. God, I've got a lot of main men actually, because Archangel Raphael is always around as well. But you know, I started doing this work 20 years ago. More so, it's always been with me, this ability. It's not, to me, it's not just a gift, it's an ability as well. And there are certain skills that I've picked up along the way to get me to a place where I am today. And so I'm able to confidently, I suppose, express spirits, your angels, guides, helpers, and your whānau that come through, or I was going to say whānau tūpuna that come through, which means, you know, ancestors in Māori, come through to bring you messages of love, inspiration, guidance, you know, direction, or just even healing, you know, healing. And sometimes, you know, just that spoken word as I love you can be the healer for you. So yeah, just hold tight and we'll get started soon. Hello Gemini. Well, I've got the thumbs up because we've got a big month on next month. So and I just want to, I was hearing rolling, and I thought, oh no, better one, Tina Turner, you know, that's the one. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So there's a lot of big energy coming. Well, she's a big guy. She has a big, beautiful energy, and she's just puts it out there. So what Spirit are telling me, there's been a lot of change that's come up from September, and a lot of movement, and there's a lot of intention that has been like, you know, this energy has been like really like calming people, holding people stagnant. And Gemini, if you know, I'm a Gemini, that's why I've left myself for last, because I'll just go blah, 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 and it just never end. But that's what we like, you know that. So, as you know, yeah. But communication. So it's kind of like there's a new way of communicating, and there's a new way of a new group or of people that we're communicating to. And you've probably started to notice that now, as new energies are starting to come in from all different you know, realms, and you know, divine Christ realms, and everything. Everybody seems to be coming in at the moment. So even my otherworldly energies. So there are some more that have joined me, but I don't quite know who they are at the moment. So it's kind of, that's really interesting. So I look forward to working with them. And there are new people that are joining you from even on this earthly plane that are coming in, you know, around you to help you with different projects. So it's just about not being overcautious about who comes in around, because you know, Geminis, you have a big energy. So, and you have an energy that likes, you know, like lots of variety and lots of spice in life and blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of like, I feel like this, even though there's that feeling of being kept in a cage for a little while, it's time to get out now, because you needed to be there. We needed to be there to be able to understand what is really going on for us and how we can best move into this next phase of different projects that we've got going, whether it's a new career, whether it's a new business, whether it's something new in your business, whether it's something that, and studying, where you're moving into new study, whether you're moving into a new family, or bringing a new family member in, whether there's blended families, whether there's bust off or mate relationships or new relationships. It's everything. It's all new, a new phase. So it's there's movement. So it's kind of there's been this holding place. So it's now in a little bit of peace and calm. So it's just going with that flow in this October. Now you're moving into more of a flow, into bringing everything together and starting to understand what all that is about, or was about, and still is about. So there's new things happening every day. So what they're saying is your energy will start to lift, and there's a new part of you that's coming out, because you're starting to accept different things about you. And some people Gemini's and I'm I am airy fairy, I'm all of that, but and I can be a bit blonde, but then we can all be a bit blonde, and then we we're just socially active sort of people that like to socialize, and I flap my arms around a lot, but that's how I express myself, and things like that. And it comes through in all your projects. So it's about going into these new projects and ventures with all this energy that has been you've pent up, that you've gathered up, and throwing it all into that, and being open to different things, new things as well, different people and new people coming in to help you. Now some people that that have been there in the past, and you will have found that over these last few months, people have waned away, and that's because your energy has changed. Because your mind has changed, the thoughts in your mind have changed. You've had some epiphanies. If you're not one of those ones, then you're still obviously you're not there, but you're still coming into this new period of, October, which is going to throw you, or catapult some of us in there, and just throw some of us in there that are not quite ready for that energy to, bigger, new, brighter things. Now, I know for myself, I have some projects that I want to get done, and I have some, lots of projects, and a lot that have come up from the past, but I know that, Spirit are just bringing them in, they're there, but I know I've just got to deal with one thing at a time. So what they're saying, Gemini, is looking, what pops up, what strikes you most, that you most need to deal with. And I feel there's 11th hour sort of things that will just happen to come in. It's oh, okay, that's it. That's where I'm going. Okay, so don't overthink it, because we can overthink things way too much, blow it way out of proportion, and it comes into this friggin' astronomical, friggin' super embellished. I mean, I'm going over the top there, right? Am I not? But that's us, over the top thing. It's then we start to what the hell, But and the thing is too, we can take on too many projects at one time, and we have our fingers in different things and pies, and this is what overwhelms us, and we start to get all over the top of things. It's so that's why they're saying just one thing at a time, and it will all blow in, blend in, flow in. That's what I was going to say, flow and blend in. Once you start one thing, the next bit will come. So they're talking about me, once I started, just an example, when I made my mind up, I followed what they wanted to do, and I started doing videos, for my astrological side of things. Gosh, one thing flowed into another. So it's kind of okay, and now I'm doing the otherworldly energy, the universal energy one. So, and that's what they say, things are starting to open up. Even though mine started last month, it's it's flowing over into this month, but and it's one project at a time, and that was one project, and that's what I had on my vision board. So this is what I thought, I want, this is, I thought if I get that up, this is where I'll go. And then Spirit brought in something, so, and then it's okay, this, and then I've just quickly made up these cards. This is what I'm fluffing around, because they wanted me to make up cards a few years ago, but I've just not got round to it, for one reason or another, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. And this is another thing they say, do not beat yourself up about it, just get fracking going with something, so, and stop holding off. Okay, while my I'm Lesley Ormsby, by the way, not Doreen Virtue, so this is my card for today. So it's about keeping calm. And so, and while, you know, I'm not chucking off at Dorian Virtue, but I'm just saying, you know, this is about your creative side too, coming out too. So it's about doing things how you want to do things, and how, you know, you need to do them for you. And because you're going to have your own tools to do things that are going to work for you, so you can best explain how it works. So, and this is where the calm is. So, and we need to be in a calm space. So once again, I'm going to call in Ishna Kamal, for you to utilize her energy, because she's there to help you with that, you know, that calm, collective energy that we need when we're making decisions, when we're going through, what we're wanting to do, you know, and you know, and when we're overthinking things, she'll just bring it back. So the other thing is too, is to bring in even Archangel Orion, or Orion, however you like to pronounce it, but it's Orion. So he will help you cut through, you know, some of the stuff that, you know, like that's stopping you, you know, from moving forward with whatever it is, and get you to go to the truth. And he will peel it right back down to you, because inevitably, and you know, it ends up where the buck, you know, the buck stops at us. Whatever decisions we make, how we're going to move through life, how we're going to transition, you know, what we're going to do, how we're going to dress even. So it comes to us, you know, and it's about letting out that creative flair. So he's there to help us cut through our own stuff so he can help you move forward. Ishna Kamal is there to help you like find that balance and that calm, so you can make some good decisions, you know, the best possible decision for your highest good, for the best possible outcome that you can ever want, you know, in whatever situation or experience that you're going through right now. Okay, so you just got to let them in. You got to allow yourself to let them in. So she's there to help you with the calm. So I'm just going to drawn to get, okay, trade. Okay, so this is trade for me at the moment is about, you know, exchanging energy. So what they're talking about there is, you know, watching how you trade your energy with people, like exchange energy. So you might need like a barrier of protection. And I say barrier because sometimes we do need some sort of barrier, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. So it helps to, because we're so out there, you know, we feel, you know, we feel so much stuff, and, you know, that empathic energy, so we sense it all. So it's sometimes you might need an extra, like, you know, zhuzh your energy up. You might need to just zhuzh it up, you know, or you might need to create a new one, you know, change it. Some people it's a bubble. For me now it's a pyramid, depending on what I'm working with. It could be something else. But what they're saying is when you're out there, just basically going back to, yeah, where just watch how you exchange your energies, or absorb energies. So, and usually when we're exchanging, like if you're doing in work like I do, if you're a counselor or anything like in communication, when we put ourselves out there, it's being mindful not to, like, you know, exchange, you know, take it on ourselves, because we're just so out there. It's like flipping heck. So just keep that in mind. So that's what they mean about the trade there. The other side of the trade is, like, you know, with the trading of energies, like, you know, on a personal level, spiritual level, is I feel like there's some sort of trade, like as in a business, you know, or a contract or something where you know, that's coming up, where you might find people, someone will either, you know, say, or, you know, like actually literally trade, you know, for exchange energies in that way as well. So and also to build up your trade, like customer based service. So you'll be, I feel like there's some other people that can help you, like networking in that sense, that will be able to help you to get yourself out there a bit more, or to find out more information about your business or whatever, yeah, or to help you within your business. So be some sort of a trade exchange in that way, where you can, you know, help another person out in that side, or business person, or whatever that is. Now the joy meet to relationships for some reason. So there's a lot of energy out there, like for new relationships and that sort of thing. So, oh, okay, Taupolim. Okay, so if you're out there and you're you're looking for exchanging energies, like looking to bring new people in your into your energy, your space, you might need to, because you like I say, you put yourself out there, we put ourselves out there, we've got a big energy, might pay to put a little bit of a protection barrier around you, so you're not picking up on a lot of not so good energies, or you are picking up on them. So it's what it is, it's about being mindful about, you know, listening to your intuition. So there's the two-way thing there, you know what I mean? Even with you know, the calm and the trade, we're going back to the other side. It's about listening to your intuition, because we're very empathic. So about that, so that's what they're saying about the tarpaulin, because that's about covering yourself, protecting yourself from, you know, ailments, or, you know, ailments. Well, that too, because you pick up shit from other people, ailments. So, but where I was really going with that was, like, you know, if you look at the logical side, it's about covering and protecting things. Okay, so, but this is about yourself, you know, your spiritual self, and even your physical self, so you don't pick up anything that's untoward, and you're absolutely, you know, zoned in into your intuition. So if in doubt, leave it out. If that person does not feel right, then, you know, put them to the damn side. Don't hurt yourself, okay? The other side of it is, you know, I've got wine. Oh my God, I don't want too much wine. I'll end up, but anyway, but what they mean by that is don't go overboard with the wine, of course. But it's like going out and having a, you know, having a good time, having a wine every now and then. And that goes for those ones that are in relationships too. They're bringing in that side of it now. You know, having, you know, going out, and because the summer months are coming up here in New Zealand. But I mean, even in the winter months, it doesn't matter. So it's like Christmas time, and things are, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be Christmas to celebrate. But they're just saying to, like, let your hair down, go out, have a good time, you know, just look after yourself, be mindful, you know, how far you go with that. And in relationships, I feel like there's, you know, it's a good time to go out and, you know, and build on your relationship for those of you who are in relationships, because there has been a lot of, you know, overwhelming energy that's been around for both of you. And, you know, for the Gemini, that's really overwhelming. It can bounce off onto the other partner. I could just imagine that. You know, for the partner, depending on which star sign you are, it could be quite overwhelming for them seeing you like that. So it's like, you know, it's time to, like, maybe treat them and take them out and have a good time as well, you know. So it's, you know, it's just really going into, you know, with this October, doing all of that, you know, getting right into it. It's just finding balance, and you'll be able to achieve heaps. I'm really excited for next month, you know, with everything that is going on for me, that I know is coming and that I've projected out there. So it's about you projecting out what you want in October as well, how it's going to flow, and let it play out, and you make it play out. That's what it is about for Geminis, that I can see anyway. New beginnings, new loves. And even if it's like you're in a relationship, and I say new love, it doesn't mean like it's new love outside of it. It's like there's a newfound love within your relationship, which is why about going out and having a really nice time together, going out dancing and reconnecting, or just connecting and, you know, judging yourself up with your energy and that sort of thing, finding that romance within you again, or building on that romance, you know. Yeah, absolutely beautiful, amazing. Yeah, awesome. That's all I have for us, Geminis. And I'll see you again next month. God bless you. Peace, love, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Of course.